Are you ready to finally take control of your money, maybe stop feeling like you're on some kind of financial roller coaster, and, start building that secure future you really deserve?
Then welcome. Welcome to Book Talk Finance.
Yeah, welcome. We're excited today because we get to delve into a book that has honestly guided so many people on this exact journey.
We are. Today we're diving into the wisdom of Smart Women Finish Rich. It's by the very well-known David Bach.
He really is well known. And for those maybe joining us for the first time, Book Talk, Finance, well, it's where we unpack these really valuable financial books.
We try to pull out the key insights, the actionable stuff, and make it easy for you, to apply in your own life.
Right. We kind of skip the super complicated jargon and just focus on what actually matters for your financial well-being.
Exactly. And David Bach, the author, he's not just anyone. He brings, over 25 years of experience, specifically in empowering women with financial knowledge.
That's right. He was a financial advisor at Morgan Stanley. He co-founded AE Wealth Management. And I love this part. His inspiration really comes from his own grandmother, Rose Bach.
Yes, Rose Bach, a self-made millionaire investor herself.
Talk about a powerful legacy, right?
Absolutely. And Rose Bach's story, it kind of proves that financial success, well, it's attainable for basically everyone. It just takes learning and, consistent effort.
Exactly. So in this book talk today, our goal is, well, it's pretty simple. We want to give you the actionable knowledge from Smart Women Finish Rich.
Stuff you can actually use, maybe starting today, to build a more secure financial future and maybe start making those dreams a reality.
Okay, so let's unpack this. What's the core message? What's David Bach really trying to get across here?
Well, the central message, and it's truly empowering, is that every woman, it doesn't matter what your income is, your age, your background, married, single, whatever.
Right.
You have the inherent power to achieve significant financial security and freedom.
And it's not some magic trick, right?
No, not at all. It's about making your financial decisions align with what you truly value in life, your core values.
Oh, I love that connection. Aligning money with values. That takes finance from being, just about spreadsheets and numbers.
To being about living a life that actually resonates with you.
Yeah. That feels much more meaningful.
Precisely. And the book really emphasizes that financial education isn't just for the Wall Street types,
Definitely not.
It's a fundamental tool. It empowers women to grab the steering wheel of their financial lives and build futures filled with independence, purpose.
Okay, now, Smart Women Finish Rich. It's been around for a bit, hasn't it? Like couple of decades.
It has, yeah.
So what makes it still resonate so strongly today? Why are we still talking about it?
That's a really excellent point. I mean, the fact that it's sold over 1 million copies
Wow.
and has positively impacted so many women over the last 20 years, that really speaks volumes about its enduring wisdom, right?
Sure.
But crucially, it's not just like resting on its laurels. The 20th anniversary edition, which is probably the one most people will find now, it has updated content.
Ah, okay. Updated for what?
Well, it addresses the significant changes we've seen things in investing, the impact of new tech, even the 2017 tax reform is factored in. Bach really made sure the information stays current, relevant.
So it's kept up with the times. It's not just a historical document.
Exactly right. And beyond that, the book's continued importance is kind of highlighted by the growing financial influence of women globally.
Oh, yeah. You hear about that a lot more now.
You do.
Yeah.
Data from groups like Boston Consulting Group, Fidelity, they consistently show women controlling trillions, literally trillions of dollars in wealth worldwide.
Trillions. That's staggering.
It is. And that trend is only set to continue. Plus, we're seeing this fantastic rise in women entrepreneurs, more women starting businesses.
That's incredibly encouraging. It really underlines that women are, a major economic force.
They absolutely are. And Bach's book directly supports this growing financial empowerment. It gives the essential guidance, the tools women need to succeed in this evolving landscape.
Okay, so the core message is empowerment through education, and it's definitely still relevant. Got it. Let's shift gears a bit and talk about some of those common money myths, the things Bach really tries to debunk.
Yes, the myths. He tackles some big ones.
What are some of the major misconceptions he wants us to just let go of?
Okay, well, one of the most widespread myths one you hear all the time is this idea that if I just make more money, I'll automatically become rich.
Right. Sounds logical, doesn't it? More income equals more wealth.
It sounds logical, but Bach argues quite convincingly that wealth isn't just about how much you earn. It's fundamentally about how much you manage to keep.
That rings so true. I think we all know people, maybe ourselves sometimes, who earn decent money, but, well, there's not much left at the end of the month.
Precisely. Bach actually references the research in that classic book, The Millionaire Next Door.
Oh, yeah, great book.
It is, and it revealed that the typical millionaire often lives pretty modestly. Average house, comfortable income, but not necessarily extravagant.
Right, not flashy.
Not flashy at all. They generally have this mindset focused on diligently saving and investing. Their wealth is built through consistent management, that playing defense idea, not always through huge paychecks.
So the real insight isn't just chasing the bigger salary.
No, it's about the discipline. Saving and investing what you already have, that's the core.
Can you give us an example,
Yeah.
maybe from the book? How does this play out in real life?
Sure. The book shares the story of a woman named Nora, high earner, like 6 figures, impressive salary.
Okay.
But her net worth, practically zero.
Wow.
Well, net worth is simply, what you own minus what you owe. And despite her great income, Nora consistently overspent. Lifestyle inflation, maybe? Anyway, she wasn't building any real financial security.
Just treading water, financially speaking.
Yep.
Pretty much. It was only when she fundamentally changed her spending habits, started prioritizing saving, started investing, that her financial situation actually began to turn around.
That's a really powerful illustration. Just earning more isn't the silver bullet.
Not at all. It hammers home that it's what you do with your money that truly counts.
Okay, so that's myth number 1, busted. What's another common one Bach addresses? Especially maybe for women.
Ah, yes. Another deeply ingrained myth, and this one is particularly relevant for many women, is the idea that my husband, or maybe someone else, will always take care of me financially.
Oof. Yeah, you can see how that might feel comforting, maybe based on traditional roles or just trust in a relationship.
It might feel comforting, yes.
Yeah.
But Bach strongly advises against this kind of complete financial dependence.
It sounds incredibly risky when you think about the long term, doesn't it?
It really is. And the statistics, unfortunately, bear this out. Bach points out things like, well, only about 45% of Americans actually have enough saved for retirement. That's less than half.
Less than half. That's scary.
It is. And he also highlights the relatively low average income for women over 65. It underscores that relying solely on, say, Social Security, it's probably not going to be enough for a comfortable retirement.
Right. Social Security was meant as a safety net, a supplement, not the whole plan.
Exactly. It was never designed to be the sole source of income in retirement.
And it's so crucial, isn't it, for everyone, but maybe especially women who might have gaps in their work history due to caregiving or other reasons to understand what their own projected benefits are.
Absolutely critical. Bach actually recommends everyone sign up for a My Social Security account. It's on the Social Security Administration website, ssa.gov into my account. It gives you a clear picture of your estimated benefits based on your earnings record.
Good practical tip. Everyone should do that.
Definitely. And furthermore, Bach addresses the tough stuff, like the significant financial consequences divorce often has, particularly for women.
Yeah, that's a reality.
And the fact that a high percentage of women will eventually outlive their spouses. They'll die widowed. These are realities we just need to be prepared for, financially speaking.
We do. Does the book offer another story, like Nora's, to illustrate this point?
Yes, there's another cautionary tale. It's about a woman named Sarah. Her husband was a very successful lawyer, high income, seemed financially secure.
Okay, sounds good so far.
But he didn't plan for his own death. He didn't have a proper will, not enough life insurance, and they had a huge mortgage on their home.
Oh, no.
Yeah. When he passed away unexpectedly, Sarah was suddenly facing, well, near bankruptcy, despite his professional success.
Wow. That is truly sobering. It just starkly illustrates the danger of assuming someone else has it all handled, no matter how secure things seem right now.
Exactly. It's a powerful reminder. You need to be informed, you need to be prepared, regardless of your relationship status.
Absolutely. Okay, so we've covered make more money and someone else will handle it. What's the third big myth we should be aware of?
The third significant myth Bach tackles is this belief that the government has inflation under control.
Ah, inflation. Feels like maybe people don't worry about it as much sometimes, or they think it's low, so it's fine.
Exactly. There's often this feeling, maybe complacency, that inflation isn't a major concern anymore, but Bach argues this is a potentially really harmful misconception.
Why harmful? Because even small inflation adds up.
Precisely. Inflation, just to be clear, is basically the rate at which prices for goods and services go up, meaning your money buys less over time. Your purchasing power erodes.
Right, that dollar doesn't stretch as far next year or 10 years from now.
Not at all. And Bach provides data showing the average annual increase in the cost of living over the past 10, 20 years. It's a clear upward trend, even if it fluctuates year to year.
So it's always there, kind of nibbling away.
It is. He uses examples like how much more a basket of goods costing $100 today would cost in 20 years, or comparing car prices now to what maybe your parents paid for their first house.
Yeah, those comparisons can be shocking.
They can. And he even mentions projected future increases in essential costs, housing, cars, gas, even stamps, healthcare. It's all expected to keep rising.
So the takeaway is, even if inflation seems low, say 2 or 3%,
Over the long run, that cumulative effect on your savings, on your retirement funds, is substantial. If your investments aren't growing faster than inflation, you're actually losing ground. You're getting poorer in real terms.
okay, that makes perfect sense. These are definitely eye-opening myths. Many of us, I suspect, might unknowingly hold on to at least one of them.
It's very common.
So, after debunking these misconceptions, getting us to see reality a bit clearer, how does Bach suggest we actually start taking control? What's the first step?
The first crucial step, according to Bach, is knowledge. Specifically, gaining a clear, honest, and thorough understanding of your current financial situation.
Okay, where do you stand right now?
Exactly. You need to know where your money is actually going each month. What assets do you own? What debts do you owe? It's like doing a complete financial inventory before you can even think about making a plan.
Right. You can't plan a trip if you don't know your starting point on the map.
That's a perfect analogy. You need that clear picture of where you are right now before you can map out your future path.
Does the book offer tools for this?
It does. It includes something called the Smart Women Finish Rich Financial Knowledge Quiz. It's basically a self-assessment tool.
What does it cover?
It touches on various key areas of personal finance. Things like, do you understand your mortgage, your insurance policies? Do you know the details of your investments, your retirement plans, your 401k or IRA? That kind of thing.
Okay, so it's designed to help you identify areas where maybe your knowledge is a bit fuzzy.
Exactly. It highlights potential knowledge gaps.
And it shouldn't feel discouraging if you don't ace the quiz, right? That's not the point.
Absolutely not. Bach really emphasizes this. Recognizing these gaps isn't failure. It's the very first step towards growth and empowerment. It's an opportunity.
Okay, that's a much better way to look at it.
Definitely. He reminds readers that the book itself outlines an 8-step journey towards financial security. And that journey starts with education, with filling those gaps, and then moves towards taking concrete, consistent actions.
So the quiz just helps you pinpoint where to focus your learning first.
Precisely. It's about empowering yourself with knowledge, not feeling bad about what you don't know yet.
Love that. Knowledge is power, literally in this context.
It truly is. And of course, the journey continues beyond just understanding your current situation. The next steps involve things like aligning your spending with those core values we talked about.
Right, making sure your money reflects what's important to you.
Setting clear, meaningful financial goals, not just vague ideas, but specific targets, and then developing concrete strategies to actually achieve them.
It sounds like a very practical step-by-step approach.
It is. Very actionable.
Okay, so if we were to sort of bring it all together, wrap things up, what's the ultimate message? The feeling Bach wants to leave us with in Smart Women Finish Rich.
I think the overarching message is one of profound empowerment and self-reliance. Bach really wants every woman reading the book or listening to us talk about it to truly believe that she is capable.
Capable of what?
Capable of taking complete charge of her financial future. Capable of building lasting wealth and security for herself.
Like his Grandma Rose.
Exactly. He echoes his Grandma Rose Bach's inspiring philosophy. Don't depend on others for your financial security. Be proactive. Take those consistent steps yourself. Save wisely. Invest wisely.
It's about building that essential independence, that security that comes from knowing you've got it handled.
Precisely. And he strongly encourages seeing financial education not as like a course you take once and you're done.
Right, not just ticking a box.
No, but as an ongoing, lifelong process. Learning, adapting, especially as the financial world keeps changing.
So if I'm hearing you right, the key takeaway from Smart Women Finish Rich is basically the power to build a rich, secure financial future. It's firmly within your grasp.
Absolutely. Through knowledge first, and then through consistent value-driven action. You have the power.
That's incredibly motivating.
It really is. And if you're feeling inspired by this, if you want to delve deeper into those crucial 8 steps he outlines to get the full picture,
Yeah.
we wholeheartedly recommend seeking out the book, Smart Women Finish Rich by David Bach. Pick up a copy, borrow it from the library. It's truly an invaluable resource for your financial journey.
Definitely sounds like it. And, of course, if you found this book talk valuable, if you want to join us for more insightful discussions, more book talks focused on finance, personal growth, all that good stuff.
Please do.
Yeah. Please be sure to subscribe to our channel. We're here to support you every step of the way on your path to financial empowerment.
We are.
Now go out there and take confident control of your financial future. You absolutely can do this.